Welcome back, everyone, to Nugent Football League. This is your host, Thomas Nugent. In this episode, we're going to be doing the 1966 NFL Championship game between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. These are the two best teams in the league at this time, and they're led by two very great coaches. The coach of the Packers is Vince Lombardi. The coach of the Cowboys is Tom Landry. These two coaches have both led their teams from being nothing to being a dynasty, Lombardi especially. This should be fun because both these teams are rise from nothing teams with two very great coaches. And these two coaches have quite a rivalry, and we'll soon discover why. But for now, on to the 1966 NFL Championship game here in Dallas, Texas. The Packers will start off with the ball, and on the first play of the game, Bart Starr will hand off to running back Elijah Pitts, and Pitts has a good run. He takes them for a first down and more, all the way to midfield, and to at least the 45-yard line. It was quite a good burst of speed, and it was just what the Packers needed for their opening drive. Starr drops back, throws, and it is caught by Carroll Dale. He juggled that ball, but he still caught it. The Packers are in field goal range, if not the red zone. Starr drops back, throws, and it is caught by Elijah Pitts, who is tackled immediately. No, he stays up and he gets into the end zone for the Packers touchdown. They strike first in this NFL Championship game. Here in Dallas, actually. Dallas has home field advantage. And now we will see the Cowboys offense attempt to equalize. They're being led by quarterback Don Meredith. The kickoff will be returned by Mel Renfro of the Cowboys. That was a pretty good kick right at the goal line. Renfro's still going to give a pretty good return up to the He fumbles it! And Jim Grabowski of the Packers recovers and he races into the end zone for another touchdown. They're up 14-0. Could that be any more humiliating? Wow. That was a very unlucky fumble, too. Once Renfro fumbled it, the ball just rolled right into the open, and no one was there to stop Grabowski from recovering and racing into the end zone. Still, the Cowboys haven't even gotten on offense yet, and they're already down 14-0 in their home stadium. And it is only the first quarter. This drive will be different. And hopefully it is. Don Meredith at least hopes so. In wishbone formation, he starts the drive off pretty well, completing a good pass to Gent for a Cowboy first down. Don Meredith drops back, throws, and it is caught by tight end Pettis Norman, who powers his way forward into the red zone. This could help the Cowboys cut the Packers' lead in half. They're going to try to prove that 14-0 lead jump is just a fluke. And Dale pounds it in for a touchdown, so maybe they are proving that. And after the Packers punt, a good pitch to Perkins takes them for another first down. Meredith drops back, got good blockers, throws deep downfield, and it is caught by Reeves, who takes this into field goal range. They're already on their way to tying it. Hand off to Perkins, who gets for a first down. He gets more, past the 10, past the 5, touchdown Cowboys! They have tied it. That was an interesting way to close out the first quarter. And as the second quarter begins, Bart Starr and the Packers will try to prove that the 14-0 lead jump was not a fluke. And prove that they do a very deep pass to Dale, takes them into the end zone for another Packer touchdown. Seriously, that was quite a pass. I don't think the Cowboys safety right there even got a hand on it as he jumped up to swat it. Either he mistimed his jump, or the pass was just too perfect to be swatted. Either way, the Packers are up 21-14, and now the Cowboys and Don Meredith are going to try to prove that the 14-0 comeback was not a fluke either. Meredith drops back, throws, and it is caught by Reeves. Reeves was wide open. Who was covering him? Who knows? Anyway, he takes this into field goal range. But they fail to convert on third down. They'll have to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. And they are pulling back. They've cut the lead to 21-17 here in the second quarter. This has been a fun game. The Packers had a 14-0 lead jump. Cowboys quickly tied it. Bart Starr got a perfect touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are proving they're still in the game. This game could go either way. Wishbone formation. Handoff to Elijah Pitts. And Pitts has a really good run. He takes them to the plus side of the field. But with no time left in the first half, they're going to try to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and no, it is not up, and it was tipped. And it is no good, and we proceed onto halftime here in this 1966 NFL Championship.
So now, just like the last episode, we reach halftime, where we proceed to the halftime report. Previously on Nugent Football League, we witnessed the Baltimore Colts beat the New York Giants in the 1958 NFL Championship game. It looked like the Giants would win late in the game, but Johnny Unitas, quarterback of the Colts, led them to a last-second field goal to force overtime, and then he won it in overtime. And that game is known as the greatest game ever played. Don't believe me? Google it. Search up any NFL rankings for great games, and this game will almost always be on top. Now, Nugent Football League is supposed to have lots of great games, and you can make a case for many future episodes being better than last episode. And maybe you're right, but the reason why last game is known as the best is because there were not a lot of entertaining games played back then, especially not NFL championship games. And that was the first sudden death overtime game. It was a championship game, and it was also pretty entertaining. All those traits rocket it to number one. A year later, Unitas led the Colts to another NFL championship, and it was a rematch against the Giants, and it was a blowout. The Colts won easily, and now Unitas is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Here in this game, you have the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys vying for the NFL championship crown. And these are two very similar teams, mainly because of their coaches. Vince Lombardi, coach of the Packers, and Tom Landry, coach of the Cowboys. And Lombardi was the offensive coordinator for the Giants last episode, and Landry was their defensive coordinator. And now they're head coaches of rival teams. And they have both led their teams back from nothing to being a powerhouse, especially Lombardi. When he took over the Packers, they were nothing. They were one of the worst teams in the league, and he changed that. He has a very famous opening speech. Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In this game, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last. I finished second place twice before, and I never want to finish second again. There's a second place bowl game, but it is a game for losers, played by losers. You will make mistakes, but not very many if you want to stay on the team. And now, as you can see, the Packers are a powerhouse. Landry is similar. He also led the Cowboys from nothing to becoming a powerhouse. He states that football is a religion in Texas, which could not be truer. And Lombardi and Landry have quite a rivalry, mainly because both their teams are powerhouses, and because, well, they used to coach the same team. Here in the 1960s, there are a lot of great players and great teams, such as Dick Butkus. He's a linebacker for the Chicago Bears. And if you've got a last name like Butkus, why would you name your son something like Dick? Still though, he is a great player. He's made up for it, and the Bears are a powerhouse because of him. There was also Jim Brown, running back for the Cleveland Browns, and he is known as one of the best running backs of all time. The 60s have also produced a lot of great quarterbacks, such as Johnny Unitas, of course, of the Baltimore Colts, Wyatt H. Hiddle of the New York Giants, Fran Tarkenton of the Minnesota Vikings, Bart Starr, of course, of the Green Bay Packers, and Sonny Jurgensen of the Washington Redskins. Today's episode actually takes place on New Year's Day. It's the 1966 NFL Championship game because the actual season started in fall of 1966, but this actual game is played on January 1st, 1967. It's a little confusing. And this game is very crucial because whoever wins this game will go to the first ever Super Bowl. Now, as I had mentioned the last halftime report, there is another football league known as the AFL, American Football League, and they're a mini version of the NFL. They decided that the winner of the NFL Championship will play the winner of the AFL Championship each year in an AFL-NFL World Championship. Well, that's when it became known as the Super Bowl. People started calling it the Super Bowl. So this is the birth of the best sport event in America. And whoever wins this game, the Packers or the Cowboys, they will go and play the AFL champion in the first ever Super Bowl. Now that may seem exciting, the clash of the titans from each league rising up to face each other, but it really is not. And here's why. Many think that the Super Bowl is a mistake, and they think that the NFL champion will blow out the AFL champion in every Super Bowl. And they probably are right. They also think that the NFL championship is the real Super Bowl, because whoever wins that game will win the Super Bowl. They think whoever wins this game, Green Bay Packers or the Dallas Cowboys, will win the first ever Super Bowl. This is the first year that they are doing it. So, in a way, this game could be the Super Bowl. They also think it takes the emotional element out of winning the NFL championship, because you have another game to play that you know is going to be an easy win. It also just demoralizes the AFL, because in the end, every team loses, even the champion. So, what will happen? Will it be a blowout, like many people say, or will the AFL championship winner rise up and put up a fight. Maybe not win, but at least make the game interesting enough to keep the Super Bowl going? We will see. But for now, on to the 1966 NFL Championship game here on New Year's Day.
All right, start of the third quarter, handoff to Elijah Pitts, and Pitts fumbles, and the Cowboys recover. This has been a wild game, and it seems fitting that the second half will start off with the turnover. But now the Cowboys have a chance to take the lead in this ball game. And they better hope they do, because they have not had the lead all game long. Meredith drops back, throws, it's caught by Frank Clark for a Cowboy first down as he tries to take them near midfield. Handoff, a quick handoff actually to, a very quick handoff, that was a draw play actually, to Perkins, who takes us to midfield. But they fail to convert on third down, and they kick a field goal. And the score is now 21-20. Now this is a very crucial drive for the Cowboys defense, because they have to stop Bart Starr and the Packers offense on this drive. Because they really need to take the lead, but they cannot do it if the Packers pull ahead. And they're not making the job very easy on themselves, because Starr completes a big pass to Carroll Dale to take them into field goal range. Play action, Starr rolls out to the right, throws, and it is caught by Deller, who takes us into the end zone for a Packer. Whoa, that was a nasty hit. But it is a touchdown nonetheless. This is really not good for the Cowboys, because they have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it at the very least, and they have to stop Bart Starr and the Packers offense from scoring if they are ever to win this NFL championship game and go to the first ever Super Bowl. And the job is getting even harder because, first off, the Cowboys punt, so they're giving the ball right to the Packers, and Starr completes a pass to Fleming to take the Packers into field goal range. Wishbone formation, Bart Starr drops back, he's got good blockers in front of him, throws deep downfield, and it is caught by Carroll Dale for another Packers touchdown. They are now up 2 scores right now. It is already the fourth quarter, and they're down by 2 scores, and at least the Packers do miss the extra point, so they only need 2 touchdowns to tie it, but they're going to have to do it all in the fourth quarter, and they cannot let the Packers score at all, or try to keep them from running out any time, and based on how the game's going so far, it's not likely. But still, Don Meredith completes a huge pass to Frank Clark for a Cowboy touchdown. This cuts the Packers' lead to only 7. They could tie this game up at least. And they force the Packers to punt, so they have one more chance, where this will probably be the last drive of the fourth quarter, but they're inching their way close to the end zone. However, a field goal will not do. They need a touchdown. They are getting very close to the end zone here, near the goal line, but there is less than a minute left. And can the Cowboys do it? If they score, this could go into overtime, just like our previous episode. This is the game on the line. Meredith drops back, rolls out to the right. He's being taken down, he throws, and it is intercepted. They tried to be clutch, but that interception at the end sealed the deal. And the Packers win. They win 34-27. They are NFL champions back-to-back years. And this time, they are going to the first ever Super Bowl to face the AFL champions. Thank you so much for watching Nugent Football League. I'll see you in the next episode.